Yo, what's going on, guys? How's it going? All right, so a couple people probably not going to want to hear this, but we got to get into it a little bit. Got attacked a lot in the comment section of my last video um, because I said that Zebek was going to correct, right? And now I understand why what Caesar means when he says, the people in my comment section attacking me. It's just, guys, listen. There's a lot of people out there who don't have experience in crypto. And whenever somebody says that their favorite project's going to correct, they take it like it's a personal attack. It's not. It's not. I've had people saying that I want it to correct because I missed the boat and I didn't get in. If you were on the Patreon, you'd be laughing right now. We got into Zebek 8 months ago. My bag of Zebek is probably bigger than 95% of the people watching this video right now. So to say that I'm saying it's going to go down because I missed the boat and I didn't get in, I can almost guarantee I was in Zebek before you were, right? I most certainly did not miss the boat on Zebek. Again, if you're on the Patreon, you're laughing right now because you know how long we've been in this project. Most of the people on our Patreon hold tens of millions of tokens, if not more, right? Our community holds a massive amount of Zebek because we got into it like 7 or 8 months ago, right? So to say I want it to correct because I don't hold any, yeah, I hold more than you do probably, and I was in it before you, right? Just putting that out there. But yeah, so it's going to correct, guys. Listen, people are saying, well, it doesn't make sense because tokenomics are different because I compared it to XCN. How was XCN went straight up and then bled down for weeks and corrected down to its previous support level. And people said, well, it's not apples to apples because they're different companies. Oh, it's not apples to apples because the tokenomics are different. If you know anything about technical analysis, you would know that both of those things are completely and utterly irrelevant. When you're reading a chart, you don't sit there and go, okay, it's up 440% over the course of 3 weeks. Looks like it's going to correct. Oh, let me go look at the tokenomics of it and compare it to other projects to see. Maybe that will tell me whether it's going to go up or down or not. If you know TA, you know how hilarious that is. It is 100% completely and utterly irrelevant. The fact that it's a different company than XEM, completely and utterly irrelevant. A chart is a chart, and a chart's going to do what a chart's going to do, regardless of the tokenomics and regardless of whether Zebek and XCN are different companies or not, right? But again, guys, these people come out every. I've been around for more than 2 cycles. I've been around multiple cycles. These people always come out of the woodwork when you say that their favorite project is going to have a correction, right? And then they just disappear when it has a correction and they're wrong, right? So I'm not that worried about it. People hopping in the comment section attacking, I don't care because you're going to be gone as soon as it goes down and it corrects and I'm right. You're not going to be anywhere to be found. So I don't really care. Laugh all you want, say whatever you want, because again, you're not going to come in the comment section and say, hey man, I was wrong. So who really cares what you think, right? So yeah, it's going to correct, guys, at the end of the day. And I'm fine with that. I'm going to be buying a lot more of it when it does correct. If we don't hold here, we're probably coming down to 205, 2055, possibly even lower than that. And it's going to have to consolidate. It's going to have to come back down, and that's fine. Look, I have a thesis right here, a bullish thesis. I'm hoping that this plays out bullish to the upside. But we play in probabilities, not hopium, right? So the probability is this is going to correct. Hope it doesn't, but in fact, I would argue, like, here's the thing. I did 2 videos comparing Zebek's chart to Onyx Coin's chart. And this is what's funny about it, right? So last night I did a video comparing XEN's chart to Zebek's chart, and saying comparing how Onyx Coin went straight up and then corrected and bled out over time and came back down, right? And people attacked me saying, well, it's not the same thing. It's not apples to apples. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay. But about 4 days ago, I made a video comparing Onyx Coin's chart action, saying that even though, right, I made the opposite argument, right, because I like to look at both sides of the coin, and I compared the RSI to Onyx Coin, which was at about 83, right, and it still saw, Onyx Coin still saw, despite the fact at this point, in basically around this point in Zebek's chart where Onyx Coin was, Onyx Coin still ran up, even with an overbought RSI. It still ran up another like 200 and something %, right? And so I made the argument why Zebek could still do the same thing, even with the RSI being what was like 81 when I did the video. It's probably cooler than that now, making the argument that Zebek could run up to a penny, just like Onyx Coin did, right? So I made that argument like 4 days ago, right? Funny how those people had no problem with me comparing Onyx Coin to Zebek when I said it could when I made the argument that it could go up to a penny. They had no problem. It wasn't not apples to apples then. It wasn't two different companies. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. The tokenomics are different. All these excuses. Those excuses weren't there when I was saying it could go up. But as soon as I say it could go down, comparing the exact same two companies, all of a sudden, the tokenomics are a factor. They're different companies. That's a factor. Like all of a sudden, all these things are factors, and that I don't know what I'm talking about. But what I said 4 days ago, comparing the same two projects could go up, wasn't an issue, right? That's what I'm talking about, guys, right? If that's you, you're basing your investments on emotion, right? You're not being logical or tactical about your investments at all. There's no strategy. There's no intelligent plan behind your investments. If you're okay with me comparing XCN to Zebek and saying that, look, it could still go up to, Zebek could still run up to a penny. If you're okay with that, but then you have an issue when I say it could copy Zebek and or it could copy XCN and come down and correct. If you have a problem with that comparison, really? Do I even have to say anything else? I mean, come on, right? It's actually kind of funny, but so I wanted to put that out there, guys. Listen, no one is more bullish on Zebek than I am, okay? I hold a monster bag. Like I said, we've been in it for a long time, right? Long time. And I want it to succeed, and it will in the big picture. In fact, my price target went from 3 to 5 cents to 10 to 15 cents, right? So listen, I'm bullish AF, but that doesn't mean there's not going to be corrections along the way, right? That's crypto. Get used to it. Get comfortable with it, right? We have another card addition to the Zebek card family. XDB added in, new integration, XDB chain. Very, very nice. You love to see it. You'll love to see it. And what else do we have here? Check this out. All right, so this was from the AMA that they had done the spaces that they had done the other day. Becoming a leader in payroll. Absolutely amazing.
Lisa, the final question is, a lot of companies are moving towards more flexible pay models like earned wage access, and there's certainly a huge demand from employees for things like earned wage access, which is to just say folks can get a portion of their earned wages earlier than the normal 1 week or 2 week time frame. How do you think that this trend is going to evolve, and what do you think, or what do you envision could be some operational challenges or risks that could be faced by either the companies offering EWA or potentially the companies using EWA?
So it's a good question. As I've touched on, flexible pay models are not new to the payroll industry or standalone pay card industry. However, there's still a lot of immaturity around the way they're doing it. There's fly-by-night companies that came out. They use third parties for the borrowing. They charge the employee or charge the company, depending on who it is. And they have varying levels of truly early earned wage payment, meaning it's not necessarily instant sometimes. It could be in 24 hours versus next Friday when you get paid, and either the employee needs to pay a fee or the client does. There's a few that are free, but I think that those are trials, so to speak. I do think, particularly with the demographics that are coming, that this is something that's going to evolve into the way of pay, the way that people want to get paid, the flexibility with which they want to get paid. And so I see, from an opportunity standpoint, I think that it's going to have, some significant scale. In terms of challenges, I mean, there's always challenges. At the end of the day, this could be highly regulated, right? This is actually borrowing, from an old nomenclature standpoint. So somebody's going to attach themselves to it. That all comes down to being smart about your lobbying, very prescriptively have a value proposition that demonstrates that you should be the market leader. The solution is crisp and clean and likely free and truly delivering what it is, and that there are no security breaches, and that you're able to go out and have all that competition and be able to, this is how ADP got to where it was. They had hundreds of thousands of competitors, but they consistently kept innovating and doing more with the technology and the solution to make it the best of breed. And that's really where this is going to come out. It's going to be a big market, and it's going to have high growth. It's just going to be a matter of execution.
Yeah, absolutely. We think that the EWA industry and solutions like that are only going to continue to grow. And one interesting thing about EWA is we certainly think it's a fantastic technology because it gives folks more ownership of their wages. And that's one of the ethos and one of the really core values and the core tenets, frankly, of everything that we do at Zebec. We want to give power back to the individual. And particularly when it comes to wages, we are actively striving to continually innovate and to continually offer folks, whether it's our Zebec card, whether it's the core Zebec streaming platform, more access and more ownership over their wages. And we also think that a kind of natural progression of some of the trends that we've spoken about is going to be real-time payments. So that's folks getting paid every second. So instead of the kind of intermediary technology of EWA, where folks get access to a certain portion of their wages for a flat fee, what we think would be even better and is going to continue to move the industry as a whole is the trend towards real-time payments. And we at Zebec have been continually working on that. And our core platform and our core technology is aimed at delivering exactly that to the users of Zebec. So Lisa, thank you so much for your time.
I could not be more excited about what Zebec is doing, guys. And I have another video coming out later this afternoon, and I'm going to break down why I believe that companies like Zebec are the future. The advancements in their technology and what they're doing, why they're revolutionary, and what it means, and how obvious it is to anyone who can see it that this is the future, not just their payroll, but their card system, everything in between. I got a video coming out later today. I'm going to break all that down. So make sure that you guys are here for that. And also, I just wanted to add this in there, guys. There's this rumor circulating about Powell resigning today, apparently. I personally, I don't think so, but I mean, I could see it. But a lot of people are speculating that the markets are going to pump if he resigns. I think the opposite's going to happen. I think that if he did resign, I think markets would dump, because smart money does not like uncertainty. And having the head of the Federal Reserve resigning randomly like that, that's a lot of uncertainty as to what's going to happen. Who's coming in? Who's replacing him? What's their priority going to be, right? We can assume, we can guess that, I know there's a lot of guessing going around. Like right here, it says rate cuts are coming because somebody is going to get put in there that is going to cut rates and stuff like that. That's all just assumptions, right? We have no idea. And with uncertainty, what does smart money do? They pull their liquidity out, right? So if this happened, we could see a dump as a result. So just be careful about that, right? Protect yourselves, because that's what I do here, guys. I try to help you guys protect yourselves against these things and not get caught up in rumors and euphoria and just crazy talk, right? We try to stick to facts, right? So But listen, guys, if you are bullish on ZBEC, if you're sitting there, you're like, man, you love ZBEC, you wish you'd gotten into it earlier, though. Like, we got into ZBEC like 8 months ago, guys. Like 8 months ago, we were accumulating that. Most of the people on our Patreon community have tens of millions, if not more, in ZBEC, like tokens, not dollars, right? So, but yeah, like everyone holds it. We've been in it for a long time over there, guys. Very supportive of the project. We love it. But yeah, we got into it early and we've made fortunes on it. Onyx Coin, we got into that March of 2024. We made over 500% returns on that, right? Nadix, that's the one we've been getting into over the last couple of months. We made an over 220% return on that. Right now, guys, I dropped 3 more gems. If you're sitting there right now, you love like ZBEC and stuff. I just dropped 3 more like that, guys. We're talking decentralized finance plays, DPIN, RWA. I dropped 3 more microcap gems like that. Get in early on these things before they pump hundreds of percentages. The link is down below, guys. Like I said, I dropped 3, one on Friday, one on Saturday, one on Sunday, and I have 2 more I'm dropping next weekend coming up, right? The reason I'm waiting till next weekend is because I just dropped 3. I want to give everybody time to kind of digest those first 3 projects and maybe accumulate or whatever they want to do. But we are in heavy accumulation mode right now, guys, because these projects are going to pump up. Like I said, you want the results. You want ZBEC's 440% return. You want Onyx Coin's 500% return. You want Nadix in the short term, a 220% return. You got to get in early, guys. You don't start buying these projects once everyone's talking about them and they're going crazy. You got to buy them when nobody's talking about them. And that's what we're doing. We just dropped 3 more micro caps, amazing projects that are going to pump hundreds of percentages, guys. Check it out for yourselves. The link is down below. We're also live over there every single day. We drop educational content, micro cap gems. And if you need mentorship in this space from someone who's been here for multiple cycles, right? Get over to the Patreon, join our mentorship coaching calls. We do them every single day. They're absolutely free as a Patreon member. You can learn everything you need to know, get your questions answered in real time, learn everything from portfolio structure to exit strategies to profit-taking plans to identifying studs from duds when it comes to these projects to handling the mental and emotional aspects of this space, tokenomics, technical analysis training, and everything in between, guys. Come aboard, get the mentorship that you need. Join our mentorship coaching calls. Again, they're free as a Patreon member. So get the guidance that you need from someone who's been here for multiple cycles. The link is down below. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.